Hello everyone, welcome. My name is James and I hope you are having a wonderful day. My dogs are fighting in the background, which is always a little distracting for me, but I don't think it's as distracting to you guys as it is to me. Today I'm going to talk about fulfilling roles and how that could detour your expansion in consciousness. Often what happens is people that are spiritually sensitive and on a spiritual path, trying to grow and learn and understand, they will come to understand how a spiritual person is supposed to act and how a spiritual person is supposed to be perceived. And some become experts at, and also how a spiritual person is supposed to talk. So some become experts at, acting the part, suppressing emotions, and hoping that possibly through pretending they could fake it till they make it. I would say that almost all of us, if not all of us, have done this at some point, and there is nothing wrong with that fulfilling of a role because the intention is there. That's fine. In fact, the intention is so much there that they create a new persona or they create a new layer of ego, which I'm not going to try and use the word ego too much because it's an overused term. So I say created persona. The created persona adds a new layer of enhanced self through the acting of a new character, which is being spiritual. I have learned through experience that this is a huge hindrance and causes suffering, it causes resentment, and it is in fact a creator of energy that will magnetize to you experiences that will knock it out of you. So some may say, okay, I may be seeing that I'm having a role, I'm playing a role in some aspects, especially around people that are close to you, because you don't want them to see the side of you that's crazy or very human. The goal of ascension, if you know what ascension is the plural for enlightenment. So enlightenment is when somebody understands themselves beyond form, beyond name, beyond their persona. Ascension is when the globe is doing this on a mass level, so it's a mass enlightenment. When we're going through this process, we start shifting realities. It's the only way to describe it. And if you don't even know what that means, shifting realities, just think of it as your state of being is shifting very rapidly. And in doing that, you can be in a fully embodied, conscious being in one moment where your experience is very different from your past and from most of your life. Your experience is very different. You have a clear awareness. But then as you shift to a different reality, and this could just mean that you are around people that share a lot of history with you, it will evoke out of you different aspects of yourself that are just as valid. They are multi-dimensional personas that are you, but are not fully you. They are one aspect of you, and they will be evoked to the surface because they have density to release, and they want to use this experience, such as being around somebody that evokes in you frustration and an annoyance, and you get bothered or whatever it is, or being hurt. This persona in you that is coming up as like, F you and like go away, you're so low vibration, or whatever that thing that's coming up is attempting to be healed, and is attempting to seek enlightenment. If we pretend that aspect is not there, we become very disingenuine? No, disgenuine? Ingenuine? We become not very genuine people, which is the opposite of what the spiritual path is to be very genuine. So if we're fulfilling this spiritual role and we're around our family members and we feel this feeling of frustration, and then they are like, hey, how are you? You're really quiet. And you're just like, I'm great. I'm feeling love and light today. They're going to know that you're full of it on some level. You're going to know you're full of it. And then you're going to draw forth and magnetize the same experience even more intensely, to the point where you're really going to act a fool, because you're going to break eventually. And you're going to let that little, not demon, but you're going to let that little crazy one out. So as you're traveling along your path, because one moment you feel enlightened and aware and peaceful, and then the next, you know, it just feels like a you, but it's, that aspect of you was not present before. It is there now. So a way to view it is that you're in a different reality now, and you're experiencing another aspect of self. That aspect of self is trying to come up for release and healing, and it needs to be a full release. It cannot be a harnessed release or a filtered release so that it's perceived by others as a very enlightened way of being upset. We have to take all aspects of ourself into this spiritual journey. We cannot just slowly, we cannot pretend our way through and fulfill a role. If we're fulfilling roles, we are suppressing our own healing, and we're slowing it down. We think we're actually helping ourselves because, you know, other people can perceive us a little bit better. We assume that an enlightened being or a spiritually conscious person does not have any density left, which is not the case, because you can be aware that there is density. The awareness is not above having density. We have physical bodies, we have physical lives, personalities, problems, and interactions. It's about our awareness we bring to it that dissolves those problems through awareness. It does not mean there's no problems present or perceived problems, but we don't have to make it into a personal problem. This spiritual path is going to take us all to places we don't want to go, and in going there, we will become more fully ourselves. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed my talk today. I actually think I might put this on Nobody's Tribe. I kind of like this discussion. If you guys care, go to Nobody's Tribe. It's NOBODISTRIBE. Nobody's Tribe, but it's nobody with an I. If you guys want to talk or chat with me, you can Facebook me or nobodiestribe@gmail.com. I love you all. Safe travels in the now.